Okay, welcome everybody. Thank you for joining us for our Sapien AMA. Before we get started, I just want to give you a brief breakdown on how the flow is going to work for the AMA. We're going to start off with a general update, then move into pre-submitted questions, and then move into live question from the chat. So Ankit, if you can get us started with the introduction.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you everyone for joining the AMA. I'll get started recapping a bit of what's happening at Sapien. Just been an incredible past few months. It's just so exciting to see the code that the team has worked so hard to write and the platform to put together is actually being used by the community in overwhelming numbers. So it's awesome. We're getting great feedback and overall just super exciting content, a lot of enthusiasm on the platform, and it's just so great to see real value being generated on Sapien, which only further validates the idea that this quality content can actually be rewarded with tokens, something tangible. So some new developments. We're actually closing a very big deal with the design agency for a complete rebrand of Sapien. This agency has received many rewards, and they'll basically help position us for mass market adoption. Sapien is a global brand, so we sort of have to take into account different countries, cultural preferences, and prepare ourselves for a global attack, basically. We have a few more partnerships that we're working on to help position Sapien as a premier Web 3.0 social platform. These will be coming out within the next few months. We are also looking a lot into GDPR compliance. This is something that we're taking seriously. We feel that a lot of the existing social platforms are not doing a good enough job respecting user privacy. And we really want to set a precedent on how a Web 3.0 company can handle consent and data collection. Now, other exciting news, V2 work has begun on version 2 of Sapien. This is something that the entire tech team is really looking forward to. UX engineers, they're basically researching, prototyping the platform right now, and it's all about just creating the best possible Web 3.0 social experience, and it begins at that touch point with the users. For the tech stack, we're migrating away from Blaze and Meteor.js to React, Next.js, and GraphQL. And again, this should just help us scale to millions of users, which essentially is our goal. And I can't reveal any specifics on this, but I do want to share that we're continually enhancing the utility of the SPN token. So right now we're working on some really compelling utilities that have never been done before, and Sapien will be the first to launch some of these technologies, so stay tuned. And overall, I just couldn't be happier with the progress so far. We've had a packed roadmap that we'll release in the next few weeks. And again, we're always looking for talented new team members. So if you're interested in accelerating Sapien or our presence worldwide, feel free to reach out to us at team@sapien.network. And now I'll pass it on to our CTO, Aurel, with some tech updates.
Hi, everyone. So what's coming soon, we've been working on. Soon you will be able to log into Sapien with your Ethereum account. So that's a really convenient feature because you are already managing your Ethereum account to keep your coins safe, and you will be able to log in with it. So that's something that's being talked about. I think this is the future of account management. Also soon is coming the marketplace. You will be able to buy some goodies from Sapien, and the next step will be goodies designed by the community on this marketplace. We also started a large effort in research, so to define the mechanism that will make the platform tick as the platform becomes more and more decentralized. So that includes the formulas to award some rewards for good content and for growth of the platform. It includes the governance and reputation model, so which has to work by itself in a decentralized way for instance, how to take decision by voting. Anyone will be able to make proposals, for instance, elect or fire moderators, and then the community will be able to vote with no one having control. This will all be described in a new paper. So expected maybe end of June. And we will also describe how we implement all of this at scale, which is a very hot topic on Ethereum. There are many solutions like a Plasma, 2-bit, ZK Snarks, and many others. We're looking at all of this, but the midterm solution is probably going to be auditability. That is, we will run the platform, all the formulas as we described, and anyone will be able to verify it with cryptography. And that's how we keep everything in check for this year. And that was it.
Awesome. Thank you for that. I'm just going to touch up a little bit on the beta, just an update on what's going on there, and we'll flow into the pre-assigned questions. So for the beta, it's honestly gone incredible. Just to give some numbers right now that I was able to pull up before this. Over 900 users since we started on April 30th, over 3,000 comments, over 4,000 posts, over 700 branches, and over 90 groups. You know, it's just incredible numbers. The community is coming together, creating tons of high quality content. It's such an exciting thing to see. What we're really doing now, which is important, is we're creating the value within the network, right? That value is all correlated with what the users are putting into it, right? We're creating vibrant communities. We're creating high quality content. We're teaching somebody something new. We're creating entertainment, fun, and that's the value behind the platform, right? It's the users, what the users create, and we're doing a great job at doing that. The Sapien Rewards program has been going great. Over the past 2 weeks, we've rewarded over 20,000 SPN. Part of it has been decided by the team. The other part has been decided by the community. So it's really cool to see everyone coming together and people being rewarded for creating valuable content. It's a great thing to see. We just need to keep building the momentum and, you know, activating the beta and pushing this forward. So let's go into the questions. Our first question is going to be directed to Emmanuel. And the question is, you delayed the token release a few times now for legal reasons. 2 questions linked to this. What were the exact reasons, and how can you be confident this time, June 14th, you will actually unlock and not postpone again?
Thank you, Matt. I'm glad actually we can share directly around this. So actually, we did not delay a few times. We did 2 things. We first canceled the crowd sale, and then we decided to postpone the release of the token for about 6 weeks. It was not our choice, our initial plan, but we had to do it as it was the best option for Sapien, for our community, and for our project. So I will go over the rationale behind our decisions, but maybe I will first take a step back. Sapien is a legit incorporation. We comply with all the rules and regulations applicable to any incorporated business. But we are also a pioneer. We are one of the pioneers shaping the token economy and ecosystem, which means we need to compose with an evolving regulation when it exists, actually. So if we look at the US, for example, there is no clear agreement yet from the regulatory agencies. The IRS, CFTC, and SEC, they all have their own approach to cryptocurrencies, with even internal debates on how to regulate that space. And now, if we go back to the questions, each time we decided to change and to adapt our time frame, we did it because of new actions from the regulator and the risks associated with the current context. So regarding the delay of the release of the token, we've been actually contacted by the regulator directly during the month of April with other companies at that time, and we decided with our lawyers to clarify various items before releasing the token. So we are working now transparently with the regulator since then. Our team and our lawyers are on top of that matter. We have a meeting early June with the regulator, and we're confident that we will move forward as expected. And last point I would add, actually, on this, we also see this meeting as an opportunity to educate the regulator and to contribute to a better understanding of our space. And hopefully it will lead to some clarifications regarding the regulation and the framework.
Awesome. Great answer, Emmanuel. Thank you. The second question is, how will Sapien get more users? I'm going to touch on this a little bit and then pass it over to Chris. We have so many growth hacks in mind and so many creative ways that we want to build Sapien and adapt and onboard as many users as possible. We're not obviously going to share all of those growth hacks because a lot of that are things we want to keep confidential because we feel like it is a competitive edge. But one thing I will share is we recently signed a deal to appear on a national television show that will air in over 80 million homes nationwide. We are super excited about that. It's going to be great exposure for Sapien, and we'll share more details on that as the time comes. And now I'll pass it over to Chris. He'll touch up a little on emerging markets and how we plan on expanding there.
Yeah, sure. So one of our strategies is to attack the emerging markets. We feel that they're diverse yet competitive, and the opportunities there are rapidly moving. So what we want to do is essentially help exploit the scaling and the network effects of those markets, and that's pretty much one of the strategies we're looking for.
Awesome. Now we're going to move over to question number 3, which will be directed to Ankit. How do you position Sapien among your competition? What are your main differentiation points? Sorry, slipped up there.
Yeah. So we're at Sapien, we're basically positioning ourselves as the world's first tokenized social platform that uses the SPN token to align the values of every network participants, right? Whether you're a content creator, a consumer, a buyer, seller on the marketplace, we are looking to create this like ecosystem where SPN is basically like, it serves as the backbone of all transactions of value within the network, right? This has never been done before. It's like highly experimental, but we know what the benefits of this will be. This means that we can accurately reflect the value that's being created in Sapien. So, we're pulling some of the best ideas from our competitors, but we're also innovating and spicing it up with our own value propositions. But essentially what we really want to do is bring the benefit of the blockchain to the masses, right? And this starts with a seamless user experience that integrates the digital asset deeply into a fun and exciting social platform. And to directly answer the question, like, we will beat our competition by building a 100x better platform and cultivating and growing an engaged community, right? That's what our goal should be.
Awesome. Great answer. Question number 4 is going to go to Rob. Facebook just announced that they're under extreme pressure to rid themselves of spam and offensive material. Does Sapien have any plans to work with AI to counter these issues?
So yes, we do have plans to work with AI. Machine learning has proven to be a really powerful tool in this area, but that said, it's not perfect. So we'll need to work with the community as well and have user flagging to identify spam and offensive content. And all of this will be reinforced by our reputation system, and we hope this will provide a really robust solution.
Amazing. Question number 5 is actually right back to you, Rob. Truth discovery, up and down community voting mechanisms. How do you envision that mechanism working? And how do you envision people avoiding gamifying that? How do we create that mechanism to basically upvote the post that actually deserves to be upvoted and avoid people from acting improperly on the platform?
So this ties into the last question. It's all sort of part of our whole proof of value protocol. So by having a robust reputation system, we can help identify who are the best influencers in the community and who is most capable of identifying quality content. And in addition to identifying spam and fake news with our algorithms, we hope this will really identify the best content.
Amazing. So question number 6 is going to go to Chris. In the future, can Sapien be used to promote activities for businesses, products, services, so on and so forth?
Oh, absolutely. I think for both. I think what we're trying to do with Sapien is to create a one-stop shop platform for both parties, essentially giving them the ability to build communities, create content, as well as push out their own announcements, and create groups, both public, to share with the world, or private to even keep it within their circles. And for the business standpoint, as well as the user standpoint, you also have the advertising platform to keep in mind. So one side gives you the ad revenue share for the users, and then on the other side, you actually get targeted promotions for your businesses or for your products and services for the business. I think one of the main aspects we're trying to do with Sapien is to give the ability to essentially fairly compensate users for contributing value to the community for both the business and the user, as well as the society.
Awesome. Great answer, Chris. So question 7 is for Ankit. What are the plans to speed up the Sapien platform?
Yeah, so this was one of the, one of the few complaints that we were getting when V1 was released. Actually, recently, we just a few days back, we released some code that speeds up the site dramatically. So anyone who hasn't logged on to Sapien for a bit, feel free to jump back there and check it out, because there was a lot of performance that we sort of improved on the site. The one thing, the chat system is Rocket Chat based, so sometimes the chat system loads independently of the social platform. So you have to sort of separate the two. The chat is still, essentially we're running an entire different application than that. But overall, the performance is a lot better. We're continuing to improve it. A few things we're looking at is setting up some CDNs and a little bit more aggressive caching. And the important thing really to note here is that we'll continue supporting V1, but most of our focus really is on building V2 of Sapien, because that's the platform that will scale to millions of users. So yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, I guess the next question is for me. I guess it ties in a little bit what you were just talking about, Ankit, but can I use Sapien to live stream video? So right now you can't, but our goal is to create the infrastructure for every content creator to be able to create their content. So not going to go into specific details, because once again, we want to keep some of these things to ourselves. We feel like it does give us a competitive advantage, but it is important for us to create the framework for creators to create. And whether it's videos or music or things like that, we want to make sure that we have a platform that allows creators to do what they love to do. Question number 9, how does Sapien plan to fight fake news compared to Facebook's fact-checking algorithm and third-party reviewers? This is for Rob.
So in addition to the reputation system and the machine learning algorithms, the blockchain provides some powerful tools here. So first of all, our something at stake design provides a powerful incentive for users to post quality content and not to post fake news. In addition, identity verification can help to augment the reputation system to help approach this issue.
Awesome. So question number 10 is going to go to Ankit. What is the main purpose of the SPN token inside the Sapien network? Would the platform work normally without the token?
Mm-hmm. So the SPN is a utility token that gives you access to the platform, and access is key because as Rob was saying, it helps accomplish a very important component of proof of value, which is this something at stake design, right? You can't have something at stake without having some sort of investment into Sapien, right? So when someone uses Sapien to access the platform, they're basically saying that, look, we care about the well-being of Sapien, and we'll do things that are aligned with the longevity of the platform, the growth of the platform. That's why access is super important. It'll also be used to reward content creators. It'll help tokenize user data when we launch our advertisement platform. and also be used in our marketplace. So none of this would be possible without having a native token in the ecosystem, right? To be able to create these incentive models within a social platform. And that's pretty much it.
No, that's definitely a great answer. And also to just everything within the platform, right, is the SPN is the backbone of it, and every interaction that takes place, SPN's involved, and it's really going to be an exciting thing to see how this all plays out. Let's go into question number 11. It's for Rob. This user wants to know, when will notifications be updated? Will I be able to find out when someone comments on my post or replies to me?
So we're working on this, and this should be ready very soon.
Awesome. Very soon is great. This is for Chris. This is probably our favorite question in the entire pre-submission. Who is Happy? What is his role in the team? And is that his real name?
Oh man, what can I say about Happy? One thing I could say is Happy is real. He's real and he's everywhere, and he's very versatile. He's one of our community managers. Speaks 3 languages: Vietnamese, Japanese, and English. Actually, his real name is Ton Puc, but when you actually translate that from Vietnamese to English, it's Happy. So that's how he has the name Happy.
That is awesome. Awesome. Happy's a great team member. Very excited to have him on board. So yeah, question number 13. We did receive a few questions like this. We cannot legally comment on exchanges at this time. So I'll just move on to the next one. Number 14 is, there have been a couple rumors about Sapien rebranding. Are there any more details regarding this? We will have a very exciting announcement regarding the rebrand. We're going to save it for an all-in-one shot, similar to a lot of our marketing ideas, a lot of the staking implementations Ankig was speaking about earlier, and about my mention of the television series that Sapien will be a part of that will be broadcasted across the entire United States in 80 million homes. We're working on a lot of fantastic things right now. It's best to keep everything ready for the right announcement for the right time. But in regards to the rebrand, yes, we are going through a rebrand, and we're working with a multi-award winning design agency that focuses on strategy and research. And that's very important for us. And we're really excited to, get to work with them and, create the brand and the image and the aesthetic for Sapien for the long haul. Let's go into question 15 for Ankig. Once users are able to earn off their post, will posting non-original content have any legal restrictions due to copyright laws, for example?
Yeah, this is a great question. We already have our team looking into licensing original content. So essentially, when will post some original content, you might see produced in Sapien or created in Sapien, and providing those tools for content creation and licensing all within the Sapien platform itself. So, in general, original content is a little bit more clear-cut, but we're still discussing internally how to handle curation, right? How should we approach that? So it's still something that we're actively discussing.
Awesome. Question 16 is for me. How can the community help promote the platform when it's public? Well, a few ways. Spreading the word, telling your friend, creating valuable content, sharing on competitor networks, whether it's Steemit, Facebook, Twitter, staying active, and when our reward mechanisms go into place, that right there is another major incentive to create valuable content and earn SPN rewards. So we have a nice value proposition that we're putting together, but on the community end, keep spreading the word. Let people know why you want to use Sapien, why you think Sapien is the solution, and why your friends should get involved. And we'll go into more details in the future with a few growth hacks that we have in mind for that. Let's go into question 17, which is also for me. How's the community doing so far? What do you think of our content? Could we do anything better? Would you like to see a more specific type of content? Is this what you imagine the platform would be like? For version 1, honestly, it blew my expectations away. The reaction has been amazing. The amount of people on there creating content every single day is fantastic. Obviously I would never, have any issue with the content because I don't want to structure the content, right? We want the users to decide what's being created on the platform. It's your platform. So I love everything that I'm seeing. I've seen some great recipes. I've gotten my updates on sports from Burnt Eggs. I've learned a lot about different cryptocurrency topics from Pedro. It's been a really awesome experience to see the users all collaborating on so many different topics, and just very excited to see how this intensifies and how all types of content and communities are being built on Sapien. It's going to be a fantastic experience. And then the last question before we go answer a few of the live questions in the chat is for OnKick. Will the earning system be live on the platform before it's fully integrated? Will there be another way users can earn to encourage usage? And yeah, OnKick, if you want to touch on this for a little bit, and Arel and Rob, if you have any final statements for the last question, that'd be great.
Great. Yeah, I mean, right now we're planning to implement the system, the earning system, fully automated for the V2 release. For V1 right now, I recommend everyone stay as active as possible in the beta. As Matt said, like, so far it's just been great content. Even my free time, whatever I have, I love to go on the beta and comment and chat with some people, or check out some posts, because honestly, it is actually pretty good content. And again, there's just a lot of opportunities every day to earn SPN tokens. So just stay on the platform.
Awesome. So if that's it, we'll move into the live chat for a bit and answer some questions here. So I'll start off with the first one. It is from Jose. Oh, nice to see you, Jose. I've seen Jose on the beta a few times. He wants to know about video chats and events streamed directly live from the platform. So yeah, this kind of touched on a question I had answered earlier. Our goal is to create the infrastructure for every content creator to be able to create. So whether it's video, audio, writing, no matter what, imagery, art, no matter what it is, we want to make sure that we have a framework where artists and creators can put together their content and release it to the world. So we do plan on incorporating every single type of mechanism possible to make that happen. Let's see, another question. Yeah, Jose again on the TV, major audience TV series. Yeah, we're super excited about that. This is gonna be very special. Okay, yeah, so Rustam wants an introduction. I guess we can do that real quickly. Maybe we should have done that in the beginning. Thought we were familiar with some of the faces. My name is Matt. I'm the CMO at Sapien. OnKick, if you want to go.
Yeah, I'm OnKick. I'm the CEO at Sapien.
Arel.
I'm Orel, CTO of Sapien.
Chris.
Chris, head of PR at Sapien.
Emmanuel.
So Emmanuel, I am the CFO of Sapien.
And Rob.
I'm Rob. I'm the CPO at Sapien.
Awesome. So from Skirlet, I'll pass this question to OnKick. Do you plan to improve the UX?
Yeah, no, that's definitely like the highest priority for us right now. We're doing continually, like our, as I was saying, our UX engineers are working on refining the prototypes and really just experimenting with what's the best way to create content on Sapien and consume it as a consumer, right? So this sort of touch point is something super important, and I think some of our competitors don't do a very good job of focusing on what really matters, right? What really matters at the end of the day is how you're consuming your information, and that sort of user experience needs to be flawless, right? So that's what we're putting a lot of our resources on, and yeah, it's definitely a high priority.
And then Rob, a question again from Skirlet about the launch of the mobile app. Any updates on that?
So this is also a high priority for us. We'll have something ready mid-June, and we'll keep working to refine this and make it better.
Amazing. We'll do one final question. What is the strategy to compete with Steemit, and any plans to grow customer base? OnKick, you can comment on the Steemit one real quick, and then I'll comment on the last one, and we'll wrap it up.
Right. I think Steemit did a good job of validating the idea that content creation can be rewarded with tokens, and I think at Sapien we're just looking to take that to the next level, right? So everything as it pertains to user experience, as I previously mentioned, features, right? Like a robust chat system, the idea of having communities, all this stuff is super important to us right off the gate. And I think as we further to develop Sapien, I think governance is also something where we differentiate ourselves a lot from Steemit, in the sense that we'll empower users to sort of make the decisions and have real say in the direction of the Sapien platform. Right? If we look at Facebook, for example, right, the amount of users that they have rivals that of some countries, bigger than a lot of countries. So why isn't there the democratic tools in place to help navigate such a platform, right? So these are concepts that Rob and I and the entire team spends hours and hours every day discussing, and how we can sort of incorporate these into Sapien. So we really are looking to build the best possible social experience for Web 3.0.
No, definitely. And I just want to thank everyone here for joining us. We had a great time doing this AMA. We plan on doing more in the future. If you didn't do it this time, next time, remember you could submit your questions in advance via the type form that we release with the announcement, and hope to see you all on the beta later today. Thank you very much. Take care. Bye.